Hi, welcome to Critical Mass, the big budget movie review show with a soft 80s center. I'm Rich Bonaducci with, Standard Examiner and Salt Lake Magazine.
Just the two? Okay.
Just the two.
And I'm Kent Dunn with ShowtimeShowdown.com.
We're sitting here talking movies. This one, Cinderella.
You know about Cinderella.
Yeah, everyone knows about Cinderella.
We don't need to tell you about Cinderella.
You just saw it on the screen earlier this year in Into the Woods.
Yeah.
Like, kind of.
Sort of.
Sort of.
Darker.
Yeah.
Let's check out the lighter version.
Run, quickly or they'll catch you. Go.
Hey, hold on! Whoa! Are you all right?
I'm all right, but you've nearly frightened the life out of him.
Who?
The stag.
But we're hunting, you see. It's what's done.
Just because it's what's done doesn't mean it's what should be done.
You're right. I hope to see you again, miss.
Ragged servant girl is what you are, and that is what you will always be.
Wake up, Your Royal Highness. You're in a daze.
It's that wonderful girl. I can't stop thinking about her.
You will be king soon. A prince is not free to follow his heart. He must marry for the good of the kingdom.
What on earth have you been doing?
Dreaming, that's all.
Well then, wake up. No one in the kingdom will outshine my daughters.
It's you, isn't it?
Just so.
Remember, at the last stroke of midnight, the spell will be broken and all will return to what it was before.
Are you looking for this? Must be quite a story to go with it.
Keep that girl out of sight, and you and your daughters will get whatever you desire.
Someone like that doesn't just vanish.
I have to see her again.
I will protect the prince from you. No matter what becomes of me.
Yes, this is Disney's live-action version of Cinderella. Luckily, I think, they learned well the lessons of Maleficent and didn't really change stuff.
Exactly.
They gave a little bit of backstory here and there for, like, Prince Charming and even the wicked stepmother and all that, but didn't really venture too far away and just told the story and made it not a musical. A couple little numbers here and there, her singing to herself.
Really subtle.
But just a live-action Cinderella.
You know, I think on paper Maleficent was great. I hated the movie, but I think they're like, hey, let's show a perspective of a character we've never seen before. People will like this.
Totally undercut one of our best villains.
And that's what happened. Yeah, I mean, it was just complete cannibalization of their own material. Kind of ruined the story of Sleeping Beauty.
Yep.
And so now they're trying to continue, and they had a lot of success on that one.
They made a shipload of money.
Yeah, a shipload indeed.
But even so, people were like, "Oh wow, you kind of ruined Maleficent for us."
Yeah.
And there were side characters that were nice. You liked them in the animated version, and then you made them jerks in the live-action version. And then, of course, that whole rape allegory thing.
Yeah.
So, in fact, we have a little...
Clip my wings.
Yeah, clip my wings, baby. We have a short little film from a friend of ours named Joel Hilton, that really explains, I think, what went through the mind of the folks that made Maleficent.
Gentlemen, I have an idea that will put Disney back at the top of America's hearts and minds and wallets.
We're all ears.
But stop being funny a decade ago, Ted.
The Disney company excels in many fields, but what would you say is the thing that we do the very best?
Producing animated coming out metaphors.
No.
Financing Johnny Depp's scarf habit.
No.
Cannibalizing our own products.
Yes, exactly.
Ha! Suck it, Ted.
And there's a new trend now where people like to see familiar stories, but they want to see a different point of view. I mean, there's that musical, Wicked. And then there's the live-action 101 Dalmatian movies we made that, well, they emphasize Cruella de Vil. And then there was the film Mirror, Mirror that was about the evil queen from Snow White.
Yes!
Green light.
We should make all of those films.
Those are all in the past. I'm looking toward the future. Now, who's everyone's favorite Disney villain?
Cruella de Vil.
No.
Snow White's evil queen.
No.
Wicked.
No.
Ursula the Sea Witch.
No.
Cinderella's stepmother.
No.
The whale from Pinocchio.
Bad idea.
Scar. Gaston. Jafar.
Those are all good choices, but no. Think classic Disney.
Captain Hook.
No.
The hunters from Bambi.
No.
British imperialism in the Jungle Book.
What? No. Everyone's favorite Disney villain is Maleficent.
Bless you.
Pardon?
Maleficent.
Maleficent, the Dark Witch from Sleeping Beauty.
Oh yeah, Sleeping Beauty.
I always forget that one.
That was ours?
What if we retold the story from Maleficent's point of view? Explained how she became evil, why she cursed that poor baby, what is her obsession with spinning wheels, etc.
Based strictly on how much people have loved other prequels that over-explain villains' backstories, ruining their mystique and depriving them of the power to scare us, I'd say that this idea is a winner.
Audiences love nothing more than to have all the magic sucked out of something.
But what could you possibly tell us about Maleficent that would justify her putting a deadly curse on a newborn? That's some fudged up shiz.
Well, it turns out that years ago, the king was Maleficent's boyfriend. Until he betrayed her, drugged her, and then cut off her wings while she slept.
Come on.
That's gross.
Nope, we can't put a date rape allegory in a children's story.
Sure, but stay with me here. What if we did?
Interesting.
Oh, I see your point.
Of course, to make it fit the story that children remember, we'll have to change it entirely.
Obviously.
We owe them that much.
The only thing that an audience loves more than having the magic sucked out of something is being told that a story that they love never happened after all.
Like at the end of Sleeping Beauty, when Maleficent turns into a dragon, and she does that, now you'll deal with me, old prince, and all the powers of hell!
No, we cannot have a Disney heroine conjuring the powers of hell.
Walt was very strict about that.
Well, not to worry, because in the new story, Maleficent is Sleeping Beauty's friend.
Friend? Like play and romp in the forest?
Yeah,
Well, so who curses the baby?
Maleficent does.
And then she becomes friends with the baby she just cursed.
Yeah, she changes her mind, feels super bad about it, but she can't undo the curse though.
Why not?
I don't know. Obamacare? Look, what difference does it make? The Disney company has never lost money betting that children will watch a movie 100 times without pondering the details.
So instead of a story about a crazy witch who curses a baby because she wasn't invited to the christening, this is a story about a victimized woman who curses a baby because her ex-boyfriend fathered it.
Exactly.
It's perfect. I mean, it practically writes itself.
It's stupid, but it's the kind of stupid that smells like money.
We can squeeze 3 or 4 straight-to-DVD sequels out of this easy.
Who should direct? That feels like something Tim Burton would want.
I'm actually surprised us talking about it hasn't conjured him here, like a genie.
This is massive enough that it feels like we should have an experienced director.
You say experienced director, I hear expensive director.
We are already going to spend way too much on special effects, marketing, damage control. Is there possible to get a first-time director who's cheap?
Boy, can we. What about the production designer from Tim Burton's universally beloved and acclaimed Alice in Wonderland?
Oh, production designer, eh? So he hasn't directed any movies, but he has been nearby when movies are being directed.
Yes, he has been in the vicinity when filmmaking was occurring.
Sounds perfect to me. If the movie's a success, we look good for finding him. If it's bad, we'll blame it all on him.
It's a win-win situation for everyone.
Except for him.
So who are you thinking of playing Maleficent? Someone cold and frosty, right?
How about January Jones?
Maybe, but I kind of wanted an actress.
What about Angelina Jolie? She seems perfect for the role of a dark, weird woman obsessed with other people's babies.
Plus, she already knows witchcraft.
I don't know. I hear she's being pretty picky about the roles she takes.
She was on Letterman recently saying the only way she'd be in a movie now is if she had jagged CG cheekbones and a scene where she was racked by sobs because she was violated while she slept.
Gentlemen, I have great news. Ted, put on the ears.
All right, so that video, filmed by a friend of ours, actually, was actually written by Jeff Snyder, also a critic with Utah ties.
Good deal.
You know, represent.
And perfectly done, too.
Honestly,
Really.
it just captures it all. But Cinderella, on the other hand, is a straight retelling of 1950 Cinderella.
Yep.
And they did a very, very good thing.
I think so, too.
I had no hope for this movie. I'm not going to say no. It's Disney. They're going to do a good job.
Right.
They know what they're doing. Yeah. But I was like, cheeseball. I was just, you know, it's going to be light and fancy. And I was kind of taken away with it.
Yeah, I really liked it.
Yeah.
I was very happy that Kenneth Branagh was directing because I felt like he cared about the material. Okay, it's not his Shakespearean thing necessarily.
No.
But he cared enough to go, we're going to do this as well as we can.
Mm-hmm.
And it was gorgeous for one thing.
Absolutely.
I mean, I couldn't get over just how much they put into the stupid pumpkin coach. That thing was beautiful.
Yeah.
But everything was beautiful.
Everything.
Lavish, huge sets, gorgeous pieces, gorgeous people, costumes. It's and even though it's not technically a musical, the music I thought was very moving.
Yeah.
Like, I liked the music.
Would you say the music? Or yeah, I was going to say the score.
I mean, yeah.
And I think it was the score and also the good acting that really made me feel emotions. Which I know it's bizarre.
Emotion.
I know Chappie taught me to. Yeah.
Chappie said.
But there's a lot of loss in this movie.
Yeah.
And you know what's coming, but you're still like, oh, that's too bad. Or you actually hope, even though you know the story, that the prince and Cinderella get together. Maybe this is me being cheesy, but I was like, hey, they better end up together. Because they'll be happy. I mean, I turned into like a little girl watching a princess movie on this one.
Yeah, I thought it was really good. In fact, I'm sitting here, I was scribbling going, wow! I really enjoyed this. You know, Ben Chaplin, I can't remember who
Haley Atwell.
Haley Atwell. They're not on screen very long, no spoiler alert, but they're missed.
Yeah.
And they teach her the lesson of, you know, be kind, and be courageous, and always be kind. And she really tries to stick with that. I would love it if people would pick up on that message from the movie. And she sticks around the house because they loved it, so she loves it.
It gives a reason.
It gives reasons.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, at the end, she throws that out the window. I remember going, what about the house? So you abandoned it, they abandoned it, I guess, screw your parents.
A little bit.
But, yeah, some of that stuff.
And also what it does is, you know, the prince is not just some heroic, like, he's cheesy, and play kind of cheesy, but he's not this heroic, I'm going to rescue character. Like, they actually give him a backstory as to why he would be so smitten with Cinderella.
And a lot of Disney princes, and princesses too, but especially princes, are just sticks.
Yeah.
They're these good-looking guys that show up on a horse, and that's all you know about him. But he has this relationship with his father, the king, and he has like a friend and confidant and his captain, cares about the people. They give him a little bit so that even you're going, he is a good guy. That would be good if they got together.
Because there is the problem with the old Disney movies that, you know, it's a lot of, women don't make good choices.
No.
In this movie, you're okay with it because they actually have better writing. Like, I think that's all that they really added, besides, you know, a few lines here and there, but they added a prince backstory.
Now, Chris Weitz did the screenplay for this.
Oh, okay.
He actually directed, I believe, the second Twilight movie.
Yeah, but before that, he did better movies.
Yes, he did. He's had some good ones.
Like About a Boy.
And some duds. So I think this is another good one. I was really happy to see it. And another thing I would love to mention, for families, PG.
Yeah.
They don't push it at all. There's no, slightly inappropriate humor that was...
There was a moment where he put on the shoe that she got a little excited. But that was just me going, hey, hey. She kind of gasped a little bit too long. But that's all I'm going to say there.
When they slipped her foot in the shoe.
It's PG. It should even be G.
Maybe, yeah.
I think the only part that really took me out was actually Helena Bonham Carter. Her whole scene, because they had in a lot of CG, especially the transformation scene. I was like, I was just enjoying this movie. And, you know, it was playing out, and then
Mrs. Burton, ex-Burton showed up.
A little bit. Playing a very Burton-esque part.
She's not there long.
No, she's not there long at all.
Yeah. Surprisingly, I thought they might bring her back.
She narrated the story.
Yeah.
But it's fine.
Yeah.
Kate Blanchett is kind of perfect. Yeah, as Lady Tremaine.
This is the tough thing about PG. They have to be evil step folks.
Yes.
You know, sisters and mother. But you can't go too far because then you'll hate them. And plus you'll ruin the whole PG element. But with Kate Blanchett, even the mildest, you know, sarcastic phrase is like a knife.
Yeah.
She's really good, and they are bad enough without being just so awful that they're beyond redemption.
It's less hate than it is pity.
Yeah.
Which is well played.
Yeah.
This movie's very well balanced. I walked out going, Oh, I'm gonna have to tell people that I really got into Cinderella.
Yeah, I came out. What do you think? I went, I thought it was wonderful.
Wonderful is your term.
Wonderful. It was just delightful.
The shoe fit, we'll say that.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah.
And again, gosh, they did not like skimp on anything. Her dress is beautiful. The coach is beautiful.
The castle
the shoe
great.
is amazing.
The shoe is amazing.
Just everything.
And they even kind of make fun of the whole shoe thing. Like it feels great when it's on because it's a glass slipper.
It's very comfortable.
So what would you give it?
I'm giving it an A-.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. I'm right there. I mean, there were a couple things that held it back for me from being flat out A.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing major. Again, the thing with the house just ending, I thought that was weird.
Okay.
There were a couple times where the narration is Bon Carter is saying, oh, and one day she knew that this would fade into memory. And I'm like, what? All the pain just fading away and forgetting your
So it tells a little bit too
death of
much.
your parents. Yeah. Some of what they were telling, I was like, oh, that's an awesome message. But it really didn't bring it down that much.
So, you know this is now, I mean, there was Maleficent, but this is now starting the next wave of live-action movies. Tim Burton is announced today he's directing a live-action Dumbo. Yeah. Beauty and the Beast comes out next year. Not good. But Beauty and the Beast, I think, could be a good movie as well.
Yeah, it could.
Emma Watson plays Belle. Dan Stevens, who's in The Guest, plays the Beast.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know. Okay, I didn't know.
Yeah,
that.
and Luke Evans plays Gaston.
Wow. All right. See,
So,
you know what?
I think we're in. We're like Disney, like princess fanboys.
They've got
now.
quite a backlog.
Yeah.
They could do this for years.
Yes. They probably won't touch Aladdin for a while. But
No, probably not.
Yeah. Yeah.
But so we are telling folks, bring the family, have a great time. Cinderella is really a treat for everyone.
Yeah.
I really can't, we're two different ages. We're adults, we got kids, we don't have kids. I think everyone's really going to enjoy this movie.
In this case, we really aren't cynical.
No, no, not even really that critical. So basically, an A- from us. Check out Cinderella, the winner, I think, for that weekend.
Absolutely.
Too.
Yeah.
We should mention there is a Frozen short at the beginning of Cinderella.
I think people know.
Yeah, one of the reasons we're probably going. So make sure you get your popcorn and all that beforehand so you can see it. It's pretty cute. I was a Frozen fan at first. I thought it was good when I saw it.
Yeah.
Now I hate it.
Until you heard that bloody song.
No, I can't stand it.
What you should be happy though, because they don't sing "Let It Go" in the 5 minutes of Frozen Fever.
They don't.
There's a new song, and that's basically why this short was released, to have a new song and new dresses for the princesses.
That's right.
I mean, was it awful?
No, and that's the thing. I don't even like Frozen anymore.
Yeah.
And I was still okay with the short.
Yeah.
It is short, it's sweet, it's cute, and it's done.
It feels like an old school Disney sequel, so it feels inferior.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Even the song, but it wasn't aggravating, which was nice.
Yeah, I did think the song and the lyrics were not quite Disney first rate.
Yeah.
A lot of forced rhyme, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, we're little kids probably aren't going to care, but I'm sort of going.
And this is the reason people might be seeing Cinderella. So enjoy the Frozen short, be happy about that, your kids will be happy, and then really enjoy Cinderella.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
All right, well, check out my stuff at the Standard Examiner and Salt Lake Magazine.
And my stuff at ShowtimeShowdown.com.
And like everything on Facebook, Critical Mass, Showtime Showdown, Standard Examiner, Salt Lake Magazine, KPDR, Art House Cinema 502, Indie Ogden.
I think you covered it.
I think I covered it.
Yeah.
Watch us on Comcast, Channel 6, between 2 and 3 daily, I believe.
Nice.
Nice. So, like you said, we're not cynical.
We're just critical, right?
Not really that.
Yeah.
Not that much.
We love Disney.